as usual, we're going to start with one of my favorite techniques, which is great for loosening up the shoulders. It's elbow strike to the front. So don't forget, you want to bring your elbow up as high as you can and aiming for the target's chin. Ready? Do it with me. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shishi, hachi, ku, chi. Good. Okay, let's add hammer fist. Hammer fist is also really good for loosening up the body. So we can do the elbow strike and hammer fist. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shishi, hachi, ku, chi. Excellent. Okay. So the next one, of course, is elbow strike to the rear. Once again, very good for loosening up the body. Ready? Ich, ni, san. Don't forget, go back as far as you can. Go, roku, shishi, hachi, ku. Excellent. Let's do a couple of the roundhouse elbow strikes. This is also an excellent self-defense, and you'll see it a few times in the kata. So for this one, we'll start with our right elbow. Put your left hand out, kind of down the middle of your body, nice and straight in the shuto. Your right hand will be in chamber. You're going to come around, strike the palm of your hand with your elbow, and come back to chamber. Let's try it together. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, switch. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Good. Okay. Another one of my favorite warming up and self-defense exercises, as you know, is cross-body elbow strike. So this one, as a reminder, we come up, cross over, come down with power. One of the things that you can do to make it actually more effective is to use your body, rotate your hips as you're doing it. So instead of just coming straight down, you want to kind of rotate your body to make it more powerful. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. Excellent. Okay, now let's work a little bit on our punching, again to warm up a bit. So we're going to start in chamber. If you don't have a gi, you don't really need a gi. As I mentioned before, you don't really need your belt. Just put your hands at your waist level. And when you do your strikes, you want to make sure you rotate the hips, slide your arm along the side of your body, and try to make the punches as linear as possible. You don't want to be coming straight out. You want to actually go into the center of the punches if you're striking a mirror image of yourself in the sternum. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. Good. Let's try two. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, and we'll try four. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Excellent. All right, so that should get your upper body a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more loose. And now, of course, after doing some of the strikes and self-defense exercises, we'll do some blocks. So we'll start with a high block, and we'll start in chamber. What you want to do for the rising block, or Jodan Uki, you want to cross over and snap it up. Okay, so ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. Nice. Let's do the same thing with shuto. So with shuto, you'll be doing the same thing, but you're going to turn your hand into a shuto, and you're going to be coming up, ending up with the shuto right over your head. So it should look like this. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Good. And let's do chudan. Chudan's the middle block, protecting the middle part of the body. Once again, you want to start a little bit low, come around, and snap it. I like this block a lot because, for me, in my imagination, I'm thinking of it as more of a strike. So when you're coming around and you end up in this position, if you do a little bit more and snap it, you can see it's a really excellent back fist. So you want the snap not only for the block, but also if you think of it as a strike, it makes a very powerful back fist strike. So let's try it. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Good. And we'll do the same thing with the shuto. Once again, it's a great block, but also a really nice strike. Use the shuto against the neck, the throat. Very good self-defense. Ready? Ich, Knee. San. Shi. Go. Nice. Now we'll do Gidan, which is low block. So with Gidan, we start high and you come down low. The idea of this block is to protect the lower part of the body, but also is good against some kicks. So we start high and we snap it down to here. Ready? Edge. Knee. San. Shi. Go. Good. And we'll do Gidan Shuta Uki. Same thing, but now the hand is open. And now instead of being in this angle with your block, because as I mentioned in the last tape, we're blocking with the muscular part of the arm. Now we're going to be blocking with the Shuto. So you want to actually rotate. So instead of blocking this way, your hand will be at this angle to block the kick or the punch with the knife hand. Ready? Edge. Knee. San. Shi. Go.
What we're going to do now is we're going to go over a couple of scenarios so you can practice this and rehearse it, and it's also fun to know. So first thing we'll do is if somebody attacks you, they'll grab a wrist, or same side wrist grab. So if someone grabs the wrist, you'll notice that there is a strong part of the hand and a weak part of the hand. What I want people to do is if they're grabbed, you want to open up your hand and rotate so your palm is towards you, and there's a little space in here, you just want to kind of break away that way. And that's an easy escape. It'll just look like this, bang. So even if the person is very, very strong, it's an easy escape. Now, Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, it's a very humanistic form of self-defense. If you just know karate and someone grabs you, bang, what you're going to think of doing is really polarizing the person. But maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to do something a little more subtle, a little bit less dangerous for them. So that's where you do a simple escape. So if you come in, rotate around, and then you can just leave and go home. Another escape from the same thing is a person grabs and you may want to do a circle. Now I like to do an outside circle, so you want to be coming around on the outside, rotating and pushing away. Another good escape. So again, person grabs, you want to rotate around, turn, and push away. If the person's super strong and they've got a super hard grip that you can't get away from, you take your second hand and you put it between your hand and their hand. So just like that. See what I'm doing? Between here and here. If you're doing this with your kids, and your kids are karate students, just make sure they understand this is a subtlety that's hard for them to grasp, where you put the hand. This hand goes between your hand and their hand like this, and you do circle with both. See that? I'm double the strength. It makes it easier for me to get away. The other advantage of this is, if someone's here, and I do this, and come around, I can also, at this point, grab and do another technique. But basically what we want to do is escape. So that is the basic escape. So again, you can do just against the thumb, make sure it's against the weak point of the thumb. If they follow you, that's okay, because then you have the hammer fist. What I teach there is the person kind of follows you in, you break away, bang, you do the hammer fist. If you're really in danger, of course you may want to do a knee strike, bang, into the groin. That is karate. This is not karate, this is jiu-jitsu. Karate, of course, is much more destructive. So if you're really in trouble and you don't want to mess with this, okay, I understand that. One less hand to worry about with the other person. Go into the eyes, the nose, groin, whatever you have to do to escape. This is more of a gentle type of escape you can do. So, one hand. Now, let's say the person grabs with two hands. Well, that's kind of unusual, but there's kind of an easy escape. One thing I want you to think about, if someone grabs with two hands, this is great for karate. Why? Because his hands are being used. I don't have to worry about these hands. I come into the eye, bang, knee, bang, headbutt, whatever I want to do. He's not using these, right? They're used. So it looks very aggressive against me, but in a way, it's really a positive thing for me. But I don't want to hurt him, so I'm going to do something simple. Basic escape for that, you take your hand, put it between his hands, you grab your own hand, and use them both to break away. Good, that's easy, right? Person grabs, makes you twice as strong, you're breaking against the thumb, coming up here, bang, doing it nicely. Okay. Another escape for that is you can come in between the two arms. Watch this. Again, if you're doing it with kids, make sure they understand that you're going between the hands, straight down, and you're just going to make like a circle with that to break away, kind of twist it away. Come around here, break it away, and then you can, of course, grab here, grab them, and then it's fun taking the person down. Now, this is kind of a cool technique, because how cool does this look? And watch closely, watch this. Okay, I'm here, I'm coming around, I'm grabbing like this. That is so cool. people will see me do that and say, hey sensei, you are so good at this stuff. Problem is, this won't work in real life. Why? Because the person's grabbing me, I'm breaking away. Is he going to keep his hands there so I can just nicely turn him around? No, he's going to be gone. He'll be kicking, punching, running, whatever. He's not going to stand there and say, okay, take me down, embarrass me in front of all my friends who are watching me fight you. All right, so remember, once again, the simplest response is always the best. I show complicated ones because that's what a lot of teachers teach for self-defense, but I tell you that a lot of the complicated ones will not work. As I said before, if you're in battle, if you're scared, if you're nervous, it's hard enough to remember your own name, let alone a complicated response. Gotta be simple. So a person grabs with two hands, simple response, of course, is bang if you want to use the karate, bang if you want to use the karate, or this is one escape and the other escape is good. Another fun escape you can use if you're trained well enough, and maybe we'll go into this later, is just a wrist lock. Coming around like this, you've done a wrist lock. All right, so let's say he grabs both my hands. And so both my hands are being held by him, both his hands are being used, which means I can do a lot. Look, his groin area is wide open. If I want to use the karate technique, I don't have to worry about my hands. Why do I care? Don't need my hands. My knees are very powerful. I can kick, or I can kick and break his knee. Don't want to hurt him, perhaps. Remember, if you hurt somebody, you may win the battle, but you're probably going to lose the war. Why? He's got friends. He's just going to go home and bring back a weapon. Don't want to hurt him if you don't have to, so keep it as easy and subtle as you can. Okay, what I talk about for this one is don't worry about both hands. If I'm stronger with my right hand, what I'll do is I'll just break away with my right hand. Once I'm broken away, I can strike if I want, or easy to get away with the other one. So both hands, just get away with one hand, bang, is good, all right? Another one you can do is crossing your hands and just making the circle. A little more complicated. I would say the best thing to do is just break away from one and move on. So that's another basic escape. Now, another thing I teach the kids is you can be grabbed on the wrist, as we just, I think that's the most common, so that's the one we work on the most. But sometimes people will grab, let's say, your throat. And if someone grabs your throat, you usually know right away that there's a problem. Good indication that you're in trouble. So a choking attack. Now there's many escapes from choking attacks. Some are very simple, some are complicated, some are just darn fun. If the person grabs your throat with one hand, we'll use just a cross-body elbow strike. So that one is something that we practice all the time in our class. We bring the hand up, cross over, come down. Even with the two-hand grab. Again, hand up, and I rotate my hands. See, I'm almost away. You can grab pretty tight. If I rotate my body, it's almost broken away before I come down. So my body's doing most of the work there. It's a very good technique. Once again, the person grabs, rotate, down. One thing I teach the kids is what I call the praying mantis escape. And it works pretty well, but it's not my first choice, but people seem to like it because of the name of it. So, person grabs with two hands, again, grab my throat. I come up, praying mantis, like, you know, see I'm praying mantis. Straight up, shoot up. So again, the person's grabbing, bang, okay, good. Now, I'll show you the best escape, and this is really strange. I've seen this very few times, but whenever I've seen it, I've been impressed about how efficient it is as an escape. Something you never think. A person strangles you. What do? You bow. Turn. And you go home. Even the guy's grabbing tight. Grabbing tight. Okay. See, if I'm bowing, my whole body is against his hand. He can't hold on. So once again, you're gone. Now he's using two hands. Of course, I can do many things. If he's choking, I can grab in here and do a knee strike or whatever. But once again, this most simple escape is the best. I like the bow, because that's so Asian. Person grabs your throat, bow. Turn, and you're gone. Good. Okay, so let's see, we've done the choke escape, and we've done the hand grab escape. So the jiu-jitsu is really a combination of arm locks and wrist locks and finger locks. We may go into that in more detail. But in terms of basic escapes, once again, when you're working and teaching this sort of thing, I say, I do the KISS technique. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. That's the way you want to do it. Keep it very, very simple, and then you will not forget it in battle. Okay, well, thank you very much. Until next time.